This is day 16 of the podcast, and today I want to share about Jesus coming and modeling submission as a child. John 1:14 says, "And the Word put on flesh and tabernacled amongst us. We beheld his glory. The glory is of an only begotten Son, full of grace and truth." He's going to come and be this living demonstration. He came as a child, even as an infant, for a reason, and we need to be retrained in all that God had in mind for us, and he's going to do that starting from the very beginning. When we think in terms of infancy, whether it's spiritual or natural, there's a beginning point. You begin as an infant, you're birthed, you're brought into your natural home, or there's a point in time spiritually when you were born again and you are once more restored to relationship with the Father and you've been brought into his home. But it's not just an event in either case. It's going to be a process that takes an amount of time as well. And so whether in the natural as a human infant or in the spiritual realm when you're born again, we're going to progress in either of those types of life, natural or spiritual. We're going to progress through some stages. Jesus said something in Mark chapter 10, verse 14. He says, "Permit the children to come to me. Do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Truly I say to you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God like a child shall not enter at all." There is an initiation stage, and it's critical to learn the lessons of each stage. And they're so important that Jesus himself took the role of an infant and a child and modeled to us something. We pick up that story in Luke 2:49. This is when he had traveled with his parents and then didn't make the return trip. And when they catch up to him, he says this, "Why is it that you are looking for me? Did you not know I had to be in my Father's house?" And they didn't understand the statement when he made it to them. He went down with them and came to Nazareth, and he continued in subjection to them. Another word would be in submission to them. And his mother treasured all these things in her heart. And Jesus kept increasing in wisdom and stature and favor with God and with men. So consider that along with natural stages that are normal that we grow up through, that there are also spiritual stages as well. And Jesus modeled these spiritual stages by going through them in the same way that we're going to. Now, when we're born again, there's an event that's taken place, and we begin this opportunity, no matter how old you are, to begin again this new spiritual stage of infancy. I want to ask you a question now and have you ponder this. What stage of maturity do you find yourself in spiritually right now, and why?